So me and Siobhan, my now wife, we actually met on Tinder, and so in my profile, subconsciously, I think like all my pictures, they didn't have my disability in them. It was more like headshots and just, things like that, and it wasn't something that was a deliberate thing. I guess maybe it stemmed from that, being younger, being a teenager, when rejection was a thing, that I'd be like, oh yeah, it's probably because of my disability, which I can understand. People, especially at a young age, can't see very long term. So I can understand why at a young age people could be put off by the disability, which was tough. But I remember, so my profile was a lot of headshots and things like that, and there was a few times I'd match with someone and be like, oh yeah, by the way, just to let you know, like, I don't have any hands and one leg, and I'd never hear from them again, like completely ghosted. And obviously all of my teammates in the British Paratable tennis squad have disability. So we were all just chatting one day, and someone was like, oh, as soon as I put that I had my disability in my bio, like every match that I got was genuine, and like whether something led from it or not, like people knew straight away. And I was like, all right, cool, I'll try that. So I changed all my photos. In my bio, I said, oh, I've got a disability, blah, blah, blah. And then a couple of weeks later, I matched with Siobhan. She always hates when I tell people we matched on Tinder and are now married. I don't know why. I'm not complaining. Having a baby, yeah, I'm not complaining. But she's always like, oh, you can't tell people we met on Tinder. And I'm like, well, I can't also just make something up either. So we matched, and like there's one of my photos I remember on there. It's like me next to this like statue of a bear, and the bear's like, ah. And I don't know, for some stupid reason I mimicked the bear in this photo. So I'm like, and so yeah, I completely forgot that was one of the photos. And obviously I think there was maybe a photo of me playing table tennis. And so I messaged Siobhan, we're chatting back and forth a little bit, and she's like, right, we're going to meet up then. I was like, yeah, cool, but just to let you know, like, I only have one leg, like, I don't have any hands. And she was like, yeah, you're the one with a disability, not me, I'm not blind. I was like, fuck yeah. I was like, fair enough. And she's like, well, what did you expect? Like, all your photos, you got no hands, it's not going to be a shock. So we hit it off straight away, and obviously we're great now. But I remember Siobhan was telling me, like, the first time, I think it was after like our second or third date or whatever, she like went home and showed her parents like a photo of me, and the first thing her dad said was, fucking hell, Siobhan, you're not actually going out with someone like that, are you? She was like, Dad, like, what do you mean? She's like, Siobhan, bald. And like,
that's so funny.
And that's Andy's sense of humour to a T. Like, they're the best. Like, how people always complain about the in-laws. Like, I hate to brag, I've got the best in-laws ever. And that's their sense of humour, like, down to a T. Like, first thing Siobhan's dad said was like, oh, you can't be going out with someone like that. Dramatic pause. Oh, he's bald. And I'm like, and that's just what it was, like, there's a good story that I'm sure we'll touch on earlier, where in one sense or another, like, her dad tried to drown me on holiday one year as a joke. So we'll probably come back to that later, but yeah, like, they've got a great sense of humour.
We need to.
Yeah,
mate, this is great. This is fantastic.
Like, so that was it. But of course, like, as I said, growing up, you start to think of maybe my disability as the reason someone doesn't want to be with me. And actually, like, Siobhan just doesn't care that I'm disabled. Like, we'll be lying in bed, and I'll be like, oh, can you go get us a drink of water? And she's like, no, get up and get it yourself. And I'm like, oh, but you've got your leg on. And she's like, nah, not happening, go. And so I need to, like, put my leg back on, get up, get the water. And she's ruthless. She's like, a lot of things that we do together is just like anything that, a happily married couple would do. We take the mick out of each other and things like that. But Siobhan will do it just as brazenly in public. So people must think she's like this awful wife that just like takes the piss out of her disabled husband. But like, it's just normal for us. It's life, and it's quite funny. So yeah.